Hi everyone, I'm Christine, and as you can see, we are having twins. Go check out my previous video to see what the twins are. I wanted to share our story in case there's that one couple that lost all hope out there. And maybe it will give you that little glimmer of hope that you need. My husband Danny and I have been married for 8 years. We have 2 wonderful dogs named Buster and Hank. We started trying a couple years after we've been married. Not putting any pressure on ourselves, just trying. If it happened, it happened. Well, after a few years of that, we decided it was time to seek help. I saw my first doctor in December of 2013. She gave me tons of hope, saying we were going to do this, and she did none of it. We would go for blood work. She'd make us come back 3 months later to tell us the results. She did do the test to see if my tubes were open and everything was good. Sent my husband to some doctors to get him tested out. Everything was good. Nothing was wrong with either of us yet. So after months and months of this, of waiting, just months to hear the results, and then finally her telling us to go see a specialist, which she could have done in the beginning, we finally saw our first specialist in August of 2014. Specialist was about an hour and 15 minutes away from home, so there was a lot of driving back and forth when we were doing all the blood work and all the tests. They started testing to see if I was ovulating properly, which I was. They confirmed with ultrasounds and tons of blood work that I was ovulating properly, but the ovulation kit tests would not change positive for me. We went through months of this, then they finally put me on Clomid. 5 days. Magic little pills. Huh, Boober? Will this get you a brother or sister? My first month of Clomid, it overstimulated me, and we were told not to do anything, and they put me on birth control for a few months because I had developed cysts. Going on birth control when you're trying to become pregnant was very difficult and frustrating, but I didn't want anything else to be wrong later on. So we did that, lost a couple more months there, and then finally they gave me a lower dose of Clomid. I still could not get the ovulation tests to change. So it's early in the morning. Danny already left for work, and I am going to be driving my doctors to get blood work and an ultrasound done. It's day 15 of my cycle, and they're having me come in today because I haven't had a positive surge on my ovulation test. So I still didn't get one this morning. So keeping my fingers crossed that everything's okay and that it's all good. After months of testing to see if I was ovulating, which I was. So I just got to my doctor's. They are going to run a progesterone blood test to see what's going on. Hopefully it's high, because if it's high, that's a good sign. When I came last week, I had 3 good follicles. One was mature, so they told us to try, and now we're in that waiting period, so we got a week to wait. So hopefully this blood test goes good. They finally switched me to Femera. I got a smiley face this morning, and it's the same day as last month. So this is day 11, which is a ton earlier, like a whole week earlier than So it's a whole week earlier than what I've been ovulating at with Clomid. And this is the second cycle of Femera. So I'm going in to see what's up and what we got going on. And I've never gotten to go down here on a day that I had a positive the third try. First one. And second try. She had to lay me down and use a light to find a vein through my hand. They do that with like children and babies. So I'm a problem child. And they really didn't have a big follicle, but she said that one looked like it already dropped. So I don't know. All we need is one, though. This is my Mother's Day. Clicking on my tears, huh? You're the best little puppy ever. No doubt. You're my baby dog. About 2 months on that, I finally got the ovulation tests to start changing positive for me so that we could try our first IUI. We tried our first IUI in June of 2015. Where are we heading, Dan?
UI, possibly.
And we are. You have to be there at 9.
Yep.
Yep. Finally, after all these years we've been hearing about this dang thing.
I guarantee you they got like beach.
We're killing time
Yep.
while they get your stuff ready.
Yep. Drop
Yep.
the kids off. What?
Let's go do this, Dan.
Yep.
Let's go do this.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Do it. Do it.
Do it out of a test tube.
Okay, what are we doing?
We're getting ready to do this.
Oh, look at. You nervous? It'll all work out.
We did it.
Mm-hmm.
We still feel it. It's right here. Well, hopefully that worked.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's where it happened, where the magic happened.
Yeah.
Right there.
Right there.
We had such high hopes. We were so excited. And nothing. We did 5 more IUIs after that, with the last one being in December of 2015. Well, this is number 2.
Yeah.
How many did you have?
35 million after clean.
It's 10 million the last time.
Yep.
And they like 1 million.
10 million. They're like 10 million.
They're like, they'll do over 500,000.
Mm-hmm.
And now we wait. Well, we're here for round 3. Saturday. It's quiet here. This is our IUI tradition. We go to Dick's. And we're back.
Yep.
Maybe 3rd time's a charm.
Maybe. 74 million.
I heard this time though.
Yeah.
Alright. We gotta wait 5 more minutes.
Yep,
5 more minutes. What are we doing, Dan? Drinking some water.
Yep.
Try number 4.
Yep, number 4.
We gotta get this done so we can go eat, Dan.
Yep.
Okay. Alright. Horrible selfie taker. Here's our tradition. We're at Bob Evans. Food's gone though. Yes, I get French fries early in the morning. And a chicken sandwich. Oh wait, that's the wrong bite I recorded. Hold on. Maybe we did it.
64.
Mm-hmm.
I did not think there was going to be that many.
No. 64 million, not 64. Maybe this will be it. got a positive ovulation, and maybe it will work for try number 5. We'll see tomorrow. Today is the day of our 5th IUI day. Thinking today's the day. Positive thoughts. We'll see. Help. I know, let's go do this.
Yep.
We have to keep our IUI tradition alive and go to breakfast with Bob Evans. We never sit on this side.
Changing it up.
Changing it up, sit on the opposite side of the restaurant. This is what breakfast is for me.
You like breakfast?
How many did you have, Dan?
147 million. Yeah. Christine, but I read online that there's people that have had that many. And I'm thinking to myself, that's why I thought mine wasn't good.
And now we wait. And then the dreaded 2-week wait. So we're mixing things up a little bit for this IUI, and we're stuffing in sheets. And it's a little later in the day, so it's light outside, see? And I got my hair down. I think I've had it down before for IUI, but let's try something different. You never know, right? So we're at the new sheets. Dan's pumping gas, and there's the old sheets. They didn't waste any time ripping that sucker down. Well, I mean the gas pumps. This is our last try.
Yeah, number 6.
This is the last one. And then we need lots of money.
Yep. Watch me.
Go do your thing, Dan.
Mm-hmm.
Have fun. Bye, Dan. So we got a booth this time, Dan.
Yeah.
What do you think that means?
It means my back hurts. That's what
Really?
it means. Yeah.
I'd rather sit like this than in those sliding chairs. So what's your guess on your count?
58.
No, that was mine.
Oh.
You're still in my count.
65.
65?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying 58. What was it last month?
147.5.
0.5.
Hold on.
Ooh. So what's your number count? What do you think?
65.
And I said 58.
It's probably going to be like 25.
And the blood work hurt.
I just hope it's over 20.
That was the worst one. It hurt really bad. It was bad. What are you doing?
I'm smiling.
Why are we not taking a picture? We got the picture.
Oh.
We were to find out a few days before Christmas. And we found out that it didn't work, just like the past 5. And we were heartbroken. Christmas time was very difficult, but we made it through it. We had friends that said, let's book a vacation to Punta Cana, let's go, let's, go have some fun, get our minds off trying to have a baby for all these years. And all the stress and emotions, which I'm sure if you're going through it, you know what it's like. And no one else can understand. And you feel so alone. And I know I cried all the time, and I'm not a crier, but I would just randomly cry in the stores or anywhere. We were diagnosed with unexplained infertility. Our next step would have been IVF, which a lot of YouTubers online that are now pregnant or had kids did IVF, or triplets or multiples. I asked for a sign if we should go along with IVF. Our clinic had 2 different options. One-time try, which would cost about 28 grand with after the medicines and everything, and you would need about $20,000 up front. The other was you got 4 tries, you paid a certain amount, and it was discounted. And then you paid for the medication as you needed as you went along. Which, that was the route I wanted to go, because I did not want the stress of 1 try, done, all that money gone. because that's a lot of money. And so I asked for a sign. They had to do 2 different tests to see if I was eligible. My age, I still qualified because I'm currently 31 years old. So time is ticking. I know I'm still young. So one of the tests they did to see if I qualified for the 4-try money back guarantee other than the medicine. So if we did not end up with a baby, we would get the money back for the IVFs. So that was the route I wanted to go with. One of the tests was to test my ovarian reserve, which they tested when I first came to them, and it was borderline of their qualifications. So they tested it again, and it had dropped drastically, so I did not qualify. So I took that as my sign to not try the IVF right now. Save up some money, we booked that vacation with our friends. I lost every glimmer of hope that I had left. 1 month went by, the next month went by. My husband's like, you still gotta try, take those ovulation tests. Let's not give up hope. And I was saying it was pointless. Why am I even trying? So one day, when I thought I was ovulating, I took an ovulation test. It was positive. We tried. One time, tried. A few weeks later, I had some slight bleeding, but it wasn't a full-blown period. With coming off the medicine, my cycles were a little off, so I didn't know exact days anymore. So without bleeding, I didn't know what to think. You want to think it's implantation bleeding, but you don't want to get your hopes up too high. So another week went by, and finally we decided to try a pregnancy test. And it was actually positive. After taking so many pregnancy tests throughout the years, it was finally positive.
Pull it up.
Holy shit! Oh my god!
Are you serious?
Oh my god! It won't focus. Focus on it. Oh my god!
Oh my goodness. I cannot believe this.
Oh my goodness. Nah, it's not real.
Yes, it is.
It's not real.
Yes, it is. There's 2. Wow. We did it. No, that's real. Holy crap.
Oh, Stupid! Come here! Come here! Come here! Oh my goodness!
No, that's real. Look how dark it is. It's only been a minute, 2 minutes. That's real.
We got a lot of work to do, baby. Don't get our hopes up.
No, don't.
Anything could happen.
Yep.
And we did it all on our own. After all the doctors, after all the medicine, after all the tests, all the money spent, it finally happened on its own. So the next day I called the infertility clinic and asked them to do a blood test because I did not believe that home pregnancy test. So they did a blood test, they confirmed it that we were pregnant. I'm still in shock about it because it's been so long. So we told our family right away because we couldn't hide it. Our family has been through this whole process with us. So there's no way we could have waited to tell them. But we made them keep it a secret for a while because it was way too early to be telling anybody. And then 5 weeks pregnant, we rushed to the emergency room. I was having bleeding. And we thought, this is it, it's over. A part of me didn't feel that way, and I wasn't as scared. And I knew that if something did happen, it was for a reason, and it was out of our hands. They did some tests, and they said that it was a subchorionic hemorrhage. And that it wasn't a big deal. The doctor didn't seem too concerned. They put me on bed rest for a week, and told me to take it easy. and that it should be okay. And then the doctor says, oh, by the way, 2 babies. So what did the doctor just say? You have to tell us.
I'm gonna cry. I can't.
Say it,
Say
it. Say it.
Twins.
We all said what? We were like, what? Because our moms were there with us. And we didn't believe it. But there was 2 babies, and here we are. I'm now 27 weeks. We're getting ready to plan the showers coming up. Our nursery's all ready. And I hope that our story gives someone who's in our same situation, but you don't know what's wrong. You're going through all the doctor's appointments. They can't give you any answers. You go through all the stress. And everyone tells you all along, just don't worry about it, it'll happen. And that's the last thing you want to hear. I know, at least with me, that was the very last thing I wanted to hear from everybody. It got very old very fast. But when I gave up hope, it happened on its own. There was a reason for it, and I'm so grateful. I love these little 2. I cannot wait to meet them. And I pray every day that they're okay. And, oh, and our trip we had to cancel because of Zika. We weren't taking any risks, so we did get all that refunded. But it would have been fun to go to Punta Cana, 6 months pregnant, on a baby moon. But there'll be time for that, to take the kids with us. And I'm gonna see where this journey leads us. I'm excited. So follow along. I'll be posting videos every so often. More once the babies are here, I hope. Share our journey. And to share it with family and friends that want to watch them grow. But I hope that that one couple that needs that hope, I hope that you can get that from our story. I wanted to do these videos for a long time while we were going through the whole process. I just couldn't do it. It was so emotional. And it was tough. But you saw some clips from our journey, from our IUIs, from our doctor visits, all the time driving in the car. But it all led us to here. So please subscribe and join our journey, and we'll see you later. Bye.